Let's talk about Madden, EA, Activision, and Call of Duty, and the great conundrum in gaming. Let me start off with Madden. Madden, to most, is the worst sports franchise out right now. My personal feelings on sports games, especially this generation, is that they're all terrible, and that's why I don't buy sports games anymore. But my personal opinion aside, I think the general consensus is that Madden is the worst of them. Now, all of them have the issue of pushing and forcing microtransactions, but Madden really does offer you less bang for your buck, from my understanding. So, why is this the great conundrum? Well, in this case, back in 2005, we know that infamously EA purchased the rights with NFL to make Madden. I don't know if it's Madden in general or Madden Simulation Football. But ever since then, the Madden series has been on the decline. This generation, it's just been pathetically awful. Truly awful. So now football fans have one option: Madden. And it's been proven that no matter how bad Madden is, people are going to spend money because just look it up. They've made millions and billions off microtransactions off these games like Madden and FIFA. They push my ultimate team like crazy, and unfortunately, kids are the one who's falling for it. And all these, and the kids are watching these shitty YouTubers who are opening these packs and spending money, and then somehow convincing their parents to keep spending money on the damn game. So you got that aspect of it. The fact that it's the only option, and the whole microtransactions and kids. And then, excuse me, worst of all, there's a generation of gamers that don't know gaming without these current practices. They don't know the gaming world without DLC, without microtransactions. So this is their normal. They're never going to be outraged over these practices. It's not going to happen because for them, this is gaming. Gaming is you buy a game, you expect DLC like we have now. In most cases, paid DLC of some form. It's microtransactions, paying extra, often for an advantage in games. So you got that aspect. So you got a generation of gamers who don't know gaming without these practices that many of us don't like. For football fans, it's the only option, and most are still going to buy Madden no matter what. And lastly, you've got the reviews. The reviews for Madden, like it's a meme at this point. How every Madden every year is a step in the right direction. It'll get like 7s and 8s out of 10s because it's a step in the right direction. The step in the right direction. That's how they all are. And I believe, and please don't quote me on this, but I believe it's IGN who's really guilty of this, claiming every Madden's a step in the right direction. So there's no accountability. So Madden, only football game. Generation of gamers don't know the golden age of Madden, the early 2000s in particular, where Madden had insane content, all on PS2 and all on PS2 and Xbox disc. Just one disc, and it had all this content that they removed. Like Madden don't even have referees. How does that make any sense? Something that was in last generation football games. All right, so you got that, and then you got the candy ass reviews who and you know I shit on reviews and reviews all the time because of stuff like this, because this is how disingenuous these reviews are. Somehow these Madden games be reviewing quite well. Again, they be getting 8s and 9s, and it's always a step in the right direction. And then when people play it a month later, they end up hating these games because they realize it's the same game, different year. And that leads me to Call of Duty. the biggest selling game every single year. So Call of Duty is going to make you pay for their upgrades. And while some silly, and I've seen some people for some reason justify this, the number one reason that it's not going to affect Activision is because Call of Duty sells so much that people are going to pay for the upgraded version that upgrades instead of using smart delivery like many games are, like Avengers or Cyberpunk or Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Watch Dogs Legions. Instead of using smart delivery, they're going to be making you pay for the upgraded version, and it's going to be the same thing. People aren't going to be able to. Here's how companies see. You speak with your wallet. You could tweet all day how awful this is, but the second that you buy Call of Duty, they won. It is what it is. Bitching and moaning, it don't work. It don't work. The only thing that works is affecting people's pockets, and it's nothing is going to affect. It's going to affect Activision's and Call of Duty's pockets, because even if there's a slight downwards in sales, they're going to push another gimmick next year, and it's going to shoot right back up. And either way, it's still going to be the best-selling game of the year. That's just, they've got to figure it out. And that's what makes this the great conundrum, because it's practices that I don't like. It's practices that a lot of people don't like. And there are people who going to speak with their wallets, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough. When Madden is the only NFL game you could get, most people, they're going to bite the bullet. And these kids, they're going to continue to spend money out their ass on the microtransactions. Or people who play My Ultimate Team is going to spend money out their ass on it. They're already paying for the $100 version that features these things. And same with Call of Duty. So it's the unfortunate cycle. This is definitely a lose-lose situation for us gamers. I don't know what the solution. It's not the solution isn't going to be one day EA and Activision just come to their senses and say, hey, let's stop making money off our mic. No, shit ain't happening. Don't even entertain it. Don't even fantasize. That's just not going to happen. So yeah, this is definitely a lose-lose situation for us gamers, unfortunately. But that's business, man. I don't like bad business practices. Still, unfortunately, we lost that one.